So, did a video recently called Cycling at 50, and it was supposed to be sort of a positive look at, you know, changes you can make to your bike and gearing down maybe a little bit and enjoying cycling as you get a little bit older. And for the most part, a lot of people agreed with me, and they were saying, oh, I've gone from my 1128 cassette to an 1132 or an 1134 or an 1136, or I run subcompact crank sets, or one by with a huge rear cassette with a 46 tooth on it. Yeah, and that was kind of what I was aiming to say with the video. Really was yeah, you could just gear down that little bit, maybe spin a bit more, not punish yourself so much, and you'll hopefully still be cycling when you're 70 if you're not smashing your knees to bits driving a massive gear. And it seemed to resonate with a lot of people, but it also caused a lot of people to express very different opinions, and it's amazing the number of people out there that are horrified at the thought of going lower than an 1128, and horrified at compact crank sets, and they're 60 or 70 and they're still riding an 1125 rear cassette and a 53 tooth large chainring on the front, and they can get up everything and they can do this, and if you can do that, that's great. I still would argue that you're probably smashing your knees to bits, and it depends. Again, the other thing is, where do you live? Here in Wales, there's no way you're going to get up to the gradients around here. I mean, it's mountains, and you need those gears. You need to be able to sit and spin up the climbs. They're not just short burst climbs you can just stand up and sprint your way through. But yeah, this is really about that change of mindset, and obviously I've got that change of mindset now, where the numbers and the figures and the gear ratios and the Strava data and all that doesn't matter anymore. And I think a lot of people agree with me with that, and it comes around about my age, I think 50, and now a ride can have a pub stop or a cafe stop, and you know, it can be an on-road, off-road, bit of both, old bike, new bike, retro bike, steel bike. It doesn't, you know, triple chain set, double chain, whatever, it doesn't really, as long as you're still out there riding your bike. And that was kind of what I was trying to say really with the gear ratio thing, is that your mindset changes at a certain age towards it, where the metrics and things you cared about in the past are not so important, and it's more about being outside, enjoying the ride. Like I said before, running without a computer, without Strava, and it makes the ride a totally different experience. And I ride more with friends now, whereas I used to ride solo, and the reason I would ride most of my rides solo is because I had a set plan in mind of what cadence and what average speed and things like that I needed. And that's the kind of thing, that's where my mindset has changed. That kind of thing just doesn't matter anymore. I'd rather ride with a friend. You can still get a really good workout. You can make the ride as hard as you want to. Don't have to upload it to Strava to prove it happened. Don't have to have all your data, and you can still really enjoy it. And I think that's what I was trying to say with the cycling at 50 thing. It was more to be positive and say, you know, something you can do way past 50. It wasn't really, I'm not doing anybody down that still runs massive gearing, but yeah, I just think it's important to look at it, for me anyway, to look at it differently now to how I did 20 years ago. And I get a lot from that, and I think a lot of people will. But if you're still smashing it up the climbs on a 1125 cassette, then well done. You know, it's something that not many people can do after sort of the age of 50. But those of you that are still doing it, you know, well done. But yeah, just really, it was just to say, it's not just a young person's sport. It's something you can, with adaptions and a different mindset and a different approach, you can carry on doing it, you know, indefinitely.